Yo, what's good people? It's Wednesday night. New show for everybody out there. This is the Days of Future FOC show. All right. So my idea for the show is that we're going to look at the FOC. I feel like the FOC that I usually look at is I feel like later on. And so I thought it might be interesting to just see like the books that I see that are coming out and whatnot like that, as well as like offer the opportunity for people to come up here and want if they want to hang out and they want to talk these books as well. Please come out, join me. Let's hang out. Let's talk about comic books and comic book accessories. So, let's see. I have no opening or nothing like that for this. Mr. Akins is in the house. He says he wants his darn XP points. Well, I think you're going to get them right now, Mr. Akins, because it's just me and you right now, dude. It's just me and you. So, let's look at some FOC. Let's get this started. Let's see, share screen. I feel like I need to act like I've done this before. All right, how's that? I think we need a little bigger, don't we? There we go. There we go. We got Dagger cards in the house. Let's go on Dagger. Appreciate you going on. Okay, Hank Hill. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Rich, Comic Cap Collectibles in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Hello. Oh, what's going on, Rich? Appreciate you. Mr. Aiken said, new show called Me in 22. Yes. But it could be more than just me in 22. It could be several people in 22. That's funny. If anybody wants the link, let's see. Can I share this? Can I share this? No, that's not the right link. Let's see. Invite guest. Copy. Paste. If anybody wants to join, I put the link in the live chat. So I can only have so many people because I work on the free stuff. But there you go. Anybody wants to join. Anybody's free and they want to join. Otherwise, we're gonna roll through this FOC right here. This came out, I don't know, probably around the end of June, so around the 27th to 23rd to 27th. They're usually about a month apart as far as like when they end and whatnot like that. And this is all from mycomicshop.com. So I like to go like individually by publishers. You got DC, Image, and Marvel, but there's way more than that. If you go over here to the other bar, you have Dark Horse, you have Boom is somewhere in here as well. Yeah, Boom's right there. Bad Idea. There's like a lot of other people. IDW, I saw that for a second. Dynamite, that's a big one. What else? I know Keen Spot, where you get your Mark Spears on. There it is. Keen Spot right there. Lots of different publishers. Viz LLC, that's usually where you'll get like Pokemon and Legend of Zelda, things like that. So yeah, lots and lots. And I'm not planning on going over all of this or all of them or anything like that. Can y'all even see this? I feel like y'all didn't see the pop out. That's crazy. It doesn't show it. Oh, okay. I apologize. I thought it would show the pop out, but it didn't. All right. Anyways, I rattled them all off, so you're good there. Let's go ahead and let's look at... Does anybody want to start at a certain publisher? I think I'm going to start with Marvel unless we have some objections, because Marvel had a good bit of pictures with their books. So, Phil is in the house. Phil Ainley in the house. What's going on, Phil? Appreciate you coming and hanging out, sir. So, all right, we got... Let's see what we got. We got some new Alex Ross timeless covers coming out. This looks like old Kazar. So that's cool. New Alex Ross coming out. That's September 24th says it's the ship date. So close to the end of September. I like this. Check out that cloak. Wow. Wow. Wait till you see the I've already seen some of these. I saw the and that's for all new Venom, by the way, the cloak is. That's September 3rd. That's I saw the cloak, the dagger to go along with it. Man, the dagger looks awesome. Freaking awesome. Let's see. I've got somebody joining me. It's Mr. Akins. What's going on, man?
I'm never going to miss an opportunity to get on a live with 22. I mean, you're going to put it out there. I'm going to get on it.
Come on, then. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you like the timeless variants?
Yes, I do love the timeless variants.
How many of them do you have?
I've got all the villain ones and probably a few of the hero ones.
Yeah. What do you think about these?
I got all the villain ones and a lot for pretty cheap.
Okay.
I haven't found a cheap lot of the hero ones. So
yeah. Well, here's some new heroes that are coming out. So
can't go wrong with Alex Ross.
Right. What are you collecting any of these titles? There's all new Venom. There's all new Spider-Gwen.
Well, I went to, today was New Comic Book Day, so I went down to my LCS, went over to Covert Comics, and I was looking for the Fantastic Four Del Otto cover.
Yeah. Do what?
Did you get it?
No, because I don't have an LCS.
Okay,
that's why I have to do mine this way.
Well, and that was the main thing I went for. I went for that, and they didn't have it, and I ended up getting. I went to the dollar bin. I don't know why I do that. I'm like, I guess I'm looking at some of the prices of the new stuff, and there's some stuff, yes, that intrigues me, but I'm like, can I wait for some of this to maybe get put in a dollar bin?
Right. Yeah. No, I've my pull list is so small. It's like Walking Dead Deluxe, Saga when it decides to come out, TMNT, Green Lantern, and I think that's it, honestly. I think that is my entire pull list because like Iron Man's off now. They got the 10 issues and they cut it, just like with all the other 10 issue series that weren't, I guess, doing well. So Iron Man's out now, and then there was another one that I was reading, and I think it's been cut.
See, Iron Man's the only one on my pull list. I got a lot of stuff off my pull list when I was saving up money to buy my Iron Man #1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut everything, and I'm just gonna keep Iron Man. That's the only one I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna pump all that money I was usually spending on New Comic Book Day toward an Iron Man #1, and I've just never started it back up. I've never started getting some of those titles I used to get. I used to get Avengers and Captain America, and, Fantastic Four. I think I got Superman. There were a bunch on there, and I'm like, I can get all these, but I can start, taking that $4 or $5 and putting it over here to the side and get me an Iron Man #1. And I never went back.
Well, the Super or Captain America just started again.
Yes. Have you heard any? What's the word on the street about that?
I haven't heard nothing. I saw where there was a negative space variant that I almost bought, and then I was like, I'm getting too hot and heavy with these negative space variants. Like, I need to slow down and just stop.
I know what you mean. I see those. It's not the gimmicky covers. It's the cool covers like that. I guess you could call that kind of a gimmick cover, but I'm still looking at that as a piece of artwork that's really, really cool.
Right.
And you're right. It's hard not to go in there and get one of those.
Yeah. No, I'm now at a point where I'm like, I got to see it first, and it's got to really wow me to like want to get it because I can't just keep doing it. I have to do it with Del Otto now. Like, I have so many Del Ottos. I'm like, I can't look and appreciate it all these. Like, I need to thin out and just keep the ones that I'm like, wow, that's freaking amazing. So,
and that Fantastic Four Del Otto was that way. I guess like you, I'm gonna have to get it some other way. That was the one of all those covers that they put out, all those variants they put out. That was the one I wanted.
It was a Doom cover too, wasn't it? It was like red and Doom. Yeah. I missed out on that one. Oh well.
So
have you seen these? This is a Halloween face, like a Halloween mask cover
that you can cut out.
Yeah, like the old school. Yeah, like you on like the cereal boxes and stuff.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Like this is the only one that I've seen that they show, but like there's a bunch of them that are coming out. And it looks like Lieber Mayhew's back at it again. He's got a bunch of covers. That's a pretty cool Doc Ock and Spider-Man one.
Yeah, that is.
Lieber Mayhew always like he's pretty awesome. I think he shades like his shading is too heavy for me, but I really like Lieber Mayhew. I've been seeing a lot of these lately too. Character first appearance covers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Amazing Spider-Man, and I kind of wonder if these will pop off or not. So let's see
So
what
this is the stuff coming out in September.
this is September. Like all these ship dates or whatever should be like when they're available from my comic shop. So,
Okay.
yeah, this should be September. So September 3rd, if I remember right, is a Wednesday, and so these will be out. I would assume that September 3rd on Wednesday. Here's another Halloween mask, retro Halloween mask variant is what they're called. And it's Amazing Spider-Man as well. So maybe that'll be a Spider-Man one. That'd be cool. I'm about to say this looks like an homage right here
Yes.
to this book. It looks like it's getting a facsimile. Oh no, it's Stitch. Ha! That's great. Let's see. You don't collect. You said you quit. You dropped Spider-Man, right? Or
Yeah,
you
and I
don't?
dropped Spider-Man too. That was another one I was getting. I was getting all the Spider-Man titles, all of them.
Well, there's a number one starting in September.
So the new Captain America, they restarted Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
and that was out today.
Yeah.
And restarting Spider-Man September apparently.
Mm-hmm.
What else are they restarting?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what all else they're restarting. I don't remember. I know there's a good bit of number ones. Like here's a Battle World, but that's not like necessarily a restart. And I don't know why they'd necessarily be doing a Battle World. Here's another retro Halloween mask for Battle World. I wish they had pictures for all this stuff. That would be fun.
Do you think they haven't decided exactly on the cover of those things yet?
I think they're like holding out. They may show them because like if you look over here to the left, I've got the July previews, which is what we're looking at right now, and then the June previews that'll come on. Like that was last month's, and so like I can still order from the June on some of those because the cutoff's not here yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like when August comes around, July will move down, and so like they may start showing previews then. But it's I don't know. For like September, I don't know. That's the 24th, but like on the September 3rd ones, that'll be kind of cutting it. I guess it won't be cutting it close because like it'll be August, you know. So I just tend to not go back and look. Bryant is in the house. What's going on, Bryant? What are y'all Bama boys doing? We're looking at comic books, Bryant.
On the internet.
On the internet.
We're on the YouTube.
Big Nasty Comics in the house as well. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you. The link is in the chat. If either one of y'all are feeling froggy and want to jump on, you're more than welcome to and hang out and talk comics. Phil says, hey, 20, do you own a lot of comics? Phil, I own a decent amount of comics. I do.
How many do you think you've got in your collection now?
Man, I always get asked this question. I never know. I got several. Like,
Are those short boxes or long boxes?
Those are short boxes.
So
yeah. So they each short box holds anywhere from 120 to 150 bucks. If I, on average they hold 120 bucks, but not all of them are full. I actually want to do a video on like how I store my books because I do mine a little differently. So, and there's like 5, 7, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 26 boxes of just regular comics. I got a magazine box over here that holds my Golden Age stuff as well as magazines like size stuff, and then I got a slab box that's almost full. So the one slab box. I mean,
3,000 or 4,000.
Below 4,000, yes. I'm gonna yes, solidly below 4,000.
Do you feel like you're at your max? Like,
I'm very close.
okay.
Like absolutely very close to like my max. So, and like I know I'm showing everybody in the world now, but uh so that box and then the one to the right and then these two on like down below it and then those 6 boxes, that's all just Iron Man.
Yes.
So that's first volume and Tales of Suspense on up.
Okay.
And I've got everything, pretty much everything. I think there's one book in I Am Iron Man that I'm missing. It's like issue number 5. But everything else I have, like every issue of Iron Man. And then like volume 1, I'm missing as of right now 14 books.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm missing close to 30 of like the 39 to 99 of Tales of Suspense. So I've almost got a nice clean run of like everything
nice
Iron Man.
Yeah, and like you said, it takes up about 6 long boxes.
Well, those are short. So
I mean, yeah, about 3 long boxes because I think I've got about 3.5 long boxes of just Iron Man sitting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's not even like, so I got another box over here that's like one shots and like mini series. So, so there's 7 boxes I have of like Iron Man.
See, and I'll have a hard time figuring out where to put those because I've been trying to focus on just the normal quote unquote runs. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and getting all those runs in order. And then I have, like you said, these ancillary one shots and stuff. I'm like, where do I put them? Do I put them in chronological order? Do I put them, in their own?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's why, like, I want to do a video on, like, how I store books. Because, like, I have a row that's just, like, stuff I'm working on. And then I have a whole nother row down below it that's stuff that's completed. And then I have a whole nother row that's, like, well, these are DC, like, arcing stories. And these are Marvel arcing stories in this box. And this is, like, solely Walking Dead. Oh, this box is solely Hellboy. Like... So, yeah. Bottom tier collector, fellow statesman in the house. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming out. Circumstances in the house. What's going on, homie? Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. He says 2 short boxes of every West Coast Avenger ever. Here, baller shit. That's fantastic. I know that Marcus, he grew up on West Coast Avengers, which is pretty cool. Like that was like his thing growing up. He would pick those up, and now he's got the whole run. So that's fantastic. Like
I got the limited series and I got Volume 1 run.
Oh, nice.
Picked all that up off the rack. I didn't have to go back any back issues for any of that.
Wow, nice. Let's see what bottom tier says. He says, as someone chasing every Wolverine title book, don't fall behind on the new series. The old stuff, you can justify paying more because value is there. New stuff sucks, backfilling at $5 per book. So the thing about that is that like Wolverine, I feel like is more of a popular character than Iron Man. And I feel like Iron Man, some of those issues, especially from Volume 1, they're still freaking high, ridiculously high. Yeah. I average about $15 for those Silver Age issues, like the below 50. Like those are about $15 a piece for me to get a decent, good-looking copy. It added after shipping and everything, or if I'm at a con, like I average about $15 a piece, which sucks. But it's also not modern, so like that is Silver Age books.
Yeah.
Bryant says, I have 2,400 in my PC and 3K plus to sell. Wow. Yeah, I got to get rid of my sell books. Like, I need to start doing like $2 auctions and just deplete a lot of what I have as far as selling. So, Marcus, limited series is considered Volume 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I do that with Wolverine as well. Like, the Wolverine limited series. Like, I'll say limited series just because I think people, don't get it mixed up then. But I would consider, like, in my head I consider those like to be the first volumes. And then usually, like, when I'm sitting there talking about like an issue number 1, like a solo title, I'll usually consider that limited series to be like the first issue as well. Circumstances of fact and reiterate in my content often. Yes. Yes. We got some Adam Hughes doing cover A's right here with Black Cat. I kind of think she looks funny, though. Let's see. What do y'all think? Is that Adam Hughes' best, or is that come out funny to y'all? Or is it because I'm looking at her face and everybody else is looking somewhere else? Eyes up here. I'm just saying. Look at Peter with his head. Like, what was that?
I don't think it's his best work.
I don't think it is either. I think the angle is a little weird, and
but it's nice that he's branching out and trying different angles and different things, so you're not getting the same poses over and over.
That's true. That's true. I think this is kind of funny. And then Aunt May. Whoa, Aunt May. She got some bitter butterscotch there is what happened. Like, look at that face. And then the rhino back here? No. Bruh. Come on. Let's see. 3G in the house. What's going on? It doesn't look right, but I do like floating heads. Thank you.
Yes.
I hear you. Yeah, Mary Jane's got like a disgust look on her face too. She's like,
well,
and she's like,
it's who's on the cover,
right? Black Cat has such a strong jawline. Is that what she has? Mm-hmm. A strong jawline. That's funny. All right, some more Alex Ross. Is this Zabu? What's his name? Zabu. I wanted to say Zabu, but I felt like I was wrong. I felt like I was thinking of a Disney character. Friendly Neighborhood Friendly Neighborhood Black Cat. This is going to have the Felicia. This is going to have the Alex Ross on it. I wish, like, I get doing the older characters, but, like, sometimes I wish the book related to what he did. That would be cool, in my opinion. You know?
Yeah.
But, like, I guess he's already done a Black Cat. Floating. I need to back to high school and work on typing. Same. We got a Black Panther omnibus coming out. If you order it ahead of time, instead of paying $125, you can pay $87.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's got a bit in here too, it looks like. So you're going to get Black Panther number 1 through 15 from 1977. Marvel Premiere 51 through 53. Black Panther 1988 1 through 4. Black Panther, Panther's Prey 1 through 4. That was a limited series. And material from Marvel Team Up 1972, number 100. Marvel Comics Present 1988 13 through 37. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Well, I guess it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and then in issue 148, Solo Avengers. Number 19, golly. I mean, it is an omnibus, but dadgummit, that's a lot. Is it
going to be as big as that Who's Who omnibus?
Ain't no way. Any other omnibus will ever be that big. That thing is a monster, dude. Like, I know Bottom Tier said something about, like, he's never seen anybody weigh a omnibus in a review before, but, like, yo, it needs to be weighed, man. 8 pounds?
I know.
Come on. That's a big boy there. Come on.
He's just chunky.
Right? Yeah. What? Thick boned. It would make sense that the character on the cover would match the book. I think so. Yeah. Or at least come close. Like, I don't think Kazar at all when it comes to Black Cat. Like, it just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
You're right.
Second printing.
You're looking at those timeless covers and you're like, what actually issue is this?
You know yeah, exactly. Like, you're just buying it for the cover.
Yeah.
And, like, I know that's probably a good move for Marvel, but at the same time, I don't know. Look at this. Talking about covers. Look at that. Negative Space. Doom. What? That's fire. I think that's awesome. That's a cover buy for me. Bottom tier collector says the Final Crisis Omnibus is between 1,200 and 1,400 pages. I mean, I think Who's Who was close to that if I remember right. Like I think it was like 1,300 or right at it. Like it was a lot. I didn't anticipate it being that much. I got a 30-pound box of comics from Whatnot. Oh my god! I hope you completed a run or something there,
Yeah.
Bryant. Jeez. That's issue 3 of Captain America. Already issue 3 in September. Well, I guess if issue 1 came out today,
Yeah.
then yeah, August. Yeah. Okay. September 10th. That's a cool cover. I like that one. I'm going to add that. I got to add that. If I don't add it, I'm going to forget. I'm just saying. Get an homage. They're doing facsimiles of Civil War. Like, I know that was a big story, but does it deserve facsimiles already?
I don't think so, but
As recent as it was, like, I don't know. That seems odd. Michael Turner foil variant. That could be cool. Curious on that. Bright says, wait for the video. Nice. Dear God, that's a lot of books, right? Same. Okay, we got some Daredevil, issue 25. Daredevil made it past 10. That's good. We got retro mask for it as well, so be on the lookout for that variant if you're into those retro masks. A Lieber Mayho variant as well. That's pretty cool. Deadpool and Wolverine. Still going. Oh, they're at 9, so we'll see if they make it to 10. We'll see. Death of Silver Surfer makes it to 4. We got a Doom trade paperback at $38 on sale, or on like pre-order. So that's pretty cool. What all does it collect? It collects Fantastic Four, 5, 6, 10, 16, 17, 23, 39, 40, 57, 60, 73. The Annual 2 and 3. Amazing Spider-Man 5. Avengers 25. Daredevil 37 and 38. And Marvel Superheroes number 20. That's solid.
yeah.
That's a solid. Like, you're getting the first, because Doom's first appearance is in 5, is it not?
Yeah.
And then you're getting, like, I think his origin was in like 2 or 3 of the Annual, if I remember that right. Amazing Spider-Man 5, I think, is the first time he meets Doom, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, that's a solid, like, book right there for a Doom, like, somebody wanting to read some Doom.
Exactly.
In a trade? That's fantastic. No pun intended. Doctor Strange is coming back. Yo, the Jed McKay run of Doctor Strange was, like, absolutely fantastic. I loved it. Best thing. Facsimiles are for 40 years and older, in my opinion. What do you think, Mr. Akins?
I would say 40 years or older. I would also put it for things that are keys that are that you can't go out and spend $3,000 and get something. Hey, I want to get that book, but I can't afford it.
Right.
Here's a facsimile, because the facsimile has all the ads, everything, just like it was back then. So yes, a Tales of Suspense 39. Yes, you need a facsimile of that. You know, a Hulk 181. Yes, those books have thousands of dollars. But Civil Wars, to me, is not thousands of dollars book. You can go out and get one of those and experience it without having a facsimile. So,
I mean, you could get a trade
yeah,
and have the whole thing in one go, like, and still get the covers and everything inside that trade, and even get in the back, get to see the variant covers and whatnot like that. I'd even go as far as, like, you know, Ultimate Fallout 4. Like, I think that warrants a facsimile.
Yeah.
Edge of Spider-Verse 2, the first, you know, Spider-Gwen. I think that warrants a facsimile, because those are big books, and you've got, you know, movies coming out to help promote those characters. And so I feel like facsimiles help, like, being able, like, allow kids to be able to get those kinds of books and start reading them. But I agree, like, Civil War, no. No, get the trade. What are you doing? Oh, here we go. Got another. What's
Yeah,
what's what's her name? What's that?
Shauna, She Devil.
Shauna the She Devil. Got a Alex Ross of her. It's not bad.
No,
Her nose looks a little weird, but
it's the angle.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Let's see what else we got. So, what are you reading, Mr. Akins?
Um, what did I just get through reading? I just got through reading all the books that Stevie D sent me. Stevie D sent me a collection of books a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and I just did a video. Just got through editing a video. It'll be out Friday about the ones that he sent me, and the ones that weren't in my collection. I just read those. For instance, you have all the Iron Man. I have all the Iron Man. The legacy numbering does not match up. Am I correct or am I wrong?
As far as like when you go from
From Iron Man number one and you start trying to match oh, we're on issue 678, but I don't have 678 issues. I got 677 issues. Is my I don't know if I'm miscounting. I don't know what the deal is. Every time I've done it, it's never come out. It's always been missing one.
huh?
And
Interesting.
I go by their little, they publish this thing about how legacy numbering is supposed to match up and everything, and it doesn't match up. And I think I've heard that from somebody else that it doesn't match up. Well, Stevie D sent me the Invincible Iron Man number 1/2. It was a wizard.
Oh yeah.
That comic, once I started doing research, it fits in between 25 and 26. And I'm like, well, if this one goes there, then the legacy numbering is going to
matches.
And that would be the origin of the Sons of Jensen. And,
Okay.
But it seems like after I read it, I'm like, I've read this comic book before, which goes back to where is it at? If I didn't know where it went in some other box where there were just individual issues of Iron Man, and it's probably there somewhere. So that's kind of what I talked about that. So I read that one that he had given me, and that kind of answered that question. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's, makes it match up or if I've been counting wrong, but every time I try to get legacy numbering to match up, it doesn't. But with that issue, it then matches up.
It fixes it.
It fits.
Interesting. I thought it was going to be like we were talking the other night on Keep Calm and Collect, how you've got Iron Man volumes and you've got Invincible Iron Man volumes. And even though they say Invincible Iron Man on the cover, does not mean that they're an Invincible Iron Man volume.
Exactly. It's so confusing. It's especially when you're dealing with the long box, you're like, okay, where does this go? Is this one? Does it go before here?
Right.
You're right. It's maddening. And then, like I said, trying to match it up with a legacy numbering,
Right.
was a nightmare. And I was always one off. I'm like, I'm one off here. It's just not matching up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason it wasn't. Maybe that's supposed to count because it did count on fandom. You go to that, you look at the stuff there, and it says that it fits in between issue 25 and 26.
Interesting.
It was in 2008 when he was.
I need to look at mine. And see like what. I'm sure it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure I have that wizard half. Either I have it or I've looked at buying it. I thought I bought it though already. And if I haven't, then that makes me mad because then that volume's not complete. I gotta go buy it.
Thank you, Mr. Akins. You made me piss me off.
Here is a Scotty Young connecting cover from Fantastic Four. That's gotta be fun, especially with him just selling that Galactus Pac-Man picture for however many thousands of dollars the other night.
15,000. Yeah, I was there. I didn't stay the entire time at the auction. There were the YouTubers were nameless that were doing this, but there were some that weren't bidding, but they were making bets on how much it would go for. So they were over there doing their own little thing as far as the bets going. As the numbers were going up, they had already laid their bets on. Okay, I think this one's going to go for this. I think this one's going to go for this. So
I bet I can guess that group. Bryant asks, Mr. Akins, would you recommend everyone goes to Heroes Convention?
yes. Let me put it this way. I don't think I'm going to go to any. I'm going to go to South Alabama Con. That's in September.
Okay.
But I've already been talking with my wife about, hey, let's try to fit Heroes Con in again. I want to go back to that one. I went to Terrificon. That would be second. Again, I feel like I'm spoiled because I don't go to that many conventions. This is like the third or fourth convention I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm spoiled with going to those two. Terrificon, I think, is number 2 on the list. Heroes Con. And the thing is, there was so much to see. You look at people's videos and you watch them and they talk about how much was there. And I think Hagen at Lettuce Comics actually looked to see what the square footage of it was. And I think it's 208,000 square feet of stuff. And Mike from Lunch Money Comics did a video. He's like, I haven't even, this is day 3 and I haven't even been in this section. And that's the thing. There's just so much to see and so much to do. Yes, I would recommend at least going to that one. If you're like, hey, I'm going to go to a big con and it's really focusing on just comic books and writers and artists, that's the one to go to.
There you go. There's your answer. He does have another question though, and I feel like this is he lives down that way. So, yeah, where is South Alabama Con at?
South Alabama Con is in Mobile, Alabama.
There you go.
And it's, I think, September the 20th, 21st, something like that. It's 2 days. I was worried that it was only going to be 1 day because I want Michael Golden to finish his work I got him working on.
Yeah.
I was at Heroes Con and I didn't have enough money for him to finish it. And I said, well, hey, you're going to be at South Alabama Con. I'll get you to finish it there. So
nice.
Luckily, it's 2 days. I'm going to drop it off. That way he can take his time. And I come back the next day and get it.
I need to get he did covers for Marvel Adventures Iron Man. That's a series that I don't have any issues of. And he did several covers for that little run of Iron Man. And like that's the only thing that I know that he's worked on of Iron Man. And so that's been my quest now is to like when I find writers or artists, I look for Iron Man books they've worked on and I'm going to start having them sign those. So I just had Chris Claremont sign his one and only Iron Man book. And I loved it. That was a great experience for me. So I don't know if he cared, but I loved it.
Right. Everybody's bringing these X-Men books. And I think you said, well, I haven't seen this in years.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I haven't seen this in a long time. And like, he said it just like that too. Like, I remember it like to this day. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool for him to be like, wow, look at this,
Mm-hmm.
So something totally different. Bryant says he's only been to Pensacon and says we'll have to meet up in Mobile.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there both days probably.
Bottom tier, less than 430 Wolverine title books, and legacy number is in the 700s. I'm not sure how they did do that number system. Can't be based on the appearance history. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see, we got Bryant says it's 90 minutes. That's not a bad drive. Hour and a half, that's not bad. Bottom tier, shout out to Memphis Comic Expo, nowhere near the size of Heroes, but just as dedicated to getting fantastic creators there, a lot of comic book vendors. I need to, see how far that is for me. If it's under 4, I may consider it. But anything at 4, I'm like, no, I'm out. I can't. I don't want to. Memphis is a 3-hour drive west for me from Decatur. There's my honey. Hey, honey, love you bunches. She's still selling you books?
Oh yes, I got a stack right over there that she sold me.
Uh,
Stash, you just don't know about it, man.
I hope it's all the $2 books. I can stop at Bucky's on the way. No, I hate Bucky's. I absolutely hate Bucky's. I can't stop at Bucky's. It's I hate it. I hate it.
And she's got more on the way.
She's got more on the way. Oh, what about this, Mr. Akins? Godzilla dressed up as Iron Man.
I mean, why not? Godzilla's been dressed up as everybody else.
I'm just saying, like,
Or is that Mecha Godzilla?
oh, that would be sweet if it was Mechagodzilla. Let's see. Godzilla destroys Marvel Universe. Marvelized Iron Manzilla variant. I may have to get this. I'm just saying. Like, if it's Mechagodzilla, I want this so bad. But if it's not, it's just Godzilla in armor, I don't want it as bad. But I want it if it's Mechagodzilla. I'm just saying.
Mecha Godzilla would make sense too.
Absolutely. I like this cover too. It's Wolverine, like, looking up. That's fantastic.
That is good.
There's no slabs missing upstairs, I promise. Oh, don't.
She didn't send me any slabs.
Honey, don't you play with me and my slabs. I've worked hard for those. Let's see. Is it just me, or does that Godzilla look like it should be on Power Rangers? It absolutely looks like it should be on Power Rangers. That's funny. We got a trade for Hawkeye, Life as a Weapon. I thought they'd already have a trade of that out. There must be more. Hawkeye 1 through 11, Young Avengers Presents number 6. That's it?
That one doesn't weigh that much.
No, there's no way. I was not a fan of that series. We got a nice, cool Professor X.
Oh, that's cool.
On Imperial War Exiles. That makes sense. Why is he not on an X-Men book? Like, just put him on an X-Men book. Let's see, what else? Imperial Wars, number 1. Hulk's made it to 29. Dope Comics says it's trash, though, so. We got Iron Man Armor Wars Omnibus. Pretty cool they're coming out with that, especially since it was rumored to be like a movie or a TV show or something like that. I don't like, though, that it jumps. You got Iron Man 219 to 232, and then 258 to 266, along with Iron Man and the Armor Wars 1 through 4 from 2009. Which, by the way, Scotty Young did some of those Armor Wars covers, if I remember right.
Armor Wars 2 covers.
It's not Armor Wars. I don't think it's Armor Wars 2. I think it's just called the Armor Wars.
Okay.
And it's very sketchy. It doesn't look like Scotty Young work. If it's the same set, I think it's the same set, but I'm not positive. Because there was an Armor Wars, and then there was an Armor Wars 2, but I feel like that was all within Volume 1 of Iron Man. This is like outside, and it's just like a mini-series. So, come on, move over. There you go. All right, back. It's Jeff. Other Marvel Tales and Other Marvel Tales, number 1. That's $4 a cover. A cover, $4.54, and that's on sale. Like that's discounted. $7. $7. No, I can't.
I'm trying to think of what I picked up in a 50-cent bin at Heroes Con. It was Franklin Richards, Son of a Genius, and it was a really thick book.
Yeah.
It was like $7.99. I'm like, I'm picking this up for 50 cents.
Yes, full year.
It's a full year.
I bet it was called Full Year.
It was.
Yeah, it's like all of them. Because there's like a Valentine's Day one, a football one, a March Madness one, a Thanksgiving Day one. I think there's a Christmas one. Yeah.
I had picked up that one at Heroes Con and the March Madness one at Heroes Con, but I gave the March Madness away to the the story is my wife had a flat tire while we were up there, and we had to
Yeah.
go. We had to go buy a whole new. We had to go get a new tire, and while we were waiting for the tire, there was a lady in there talking about her son liked comic books, so I gave him the
That's awesome.
March Madness one because that's the
Yeah.
one I had on me at the time. The other one was all the rest of them were in the because I bought one at one day at a 50-cent bin, then I went back to it and found another one like the last day.
Okay.
Other ones were in the suitcase, so I couldn't get it out. But those were in that one was in my backpack. I was like, hey, give him this, yada yada yada, and that kind of thing. So
That's a great book too to give to a kid. Like,
yes.
total like appropriate.
Oh
I
my.
right, right. This is on Laura Kinney Wolverine. By the way, I sent this to Nate with All Yeah Comics.
And what did he
Shout
say?
out to him. He was like, "Well, I guess I'll be getting a Laura Kinney book." I was like, "Well, you ain't gotta wait till you only, you got time. It comes out in September." He's like, "Oh, thank God." He said Heroes Con ruined him.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, I was like, "Hey, it's Alex Ross. It's Dazzler. Nate has to know about this."
And the disco outfit.
Yeah. Because he didn't like the '90s one. Let's see, Magic. We got Havoc here. Havoc's on a Magic. I don't understand. I don't get it. Let's see what else we got. What if Marvel Fanfare is getting another omnibus? This is volume 2. That completes 20 through 40. It looks like, with a Arthur Adams cover or a Jim Starlin cover. We get a retro Halloween mask for Marvel Knights World to Come #4. What else? Greg Land is on a Marvel Zombie red band. This is crazy looking. Look at that. That's bananas. Bananas. Have you ever read the Marvel Zombie stories?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
Mickey McFly sent me a trade.
Oh, cool. Nice. Is it the first one, the Robert Kirkman one or whatever?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first issue with Magneto fighting them is like, I love that. I love all that. Like, and I feel like it just goes downhill for me after that. Like,
Yeah, it kind of does.
I wasn't a fan. Here is the book of the month, I think. This is September 17th, Marvel, DC, Deadpool, and Batman. Oh my goodness. At the variants.
I bet because you're just printing money, basically.
So $7 for the A cover, but like from then on, it looks like it's 10 for the B, which is a Mark Bagley foil. Greg Capullo C wraparound is $7. So yeah, some of these are 7. But then we get into things like this, where it's Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto.
That must be what somebody was talking about. Said that there was going to be a Jeff the Land Shark Crypto team, and this is what they must have meant by that it's going to be on just the cover.
It looks like it's just the cover because it's still the Marvel DC Batman. So, but I guess they could like potentially do more than that. So you got that one there. We don't have a insignia mashup, so I guess that'll be like a Deadpool like logo and a Batman logo mashup maybe. Yeah. Here is a Green Arrow Daredevil cover. It's not a team up, but it's still the Batman Deadpool book. But that's a pretty cool team. Like, that would be an interesting book with them two.
I know they don't do crossovers as much as I would like for them to do. To me, that's a great way of selling your characters to somebody else. That you got somebody that's a Green Arrow fan. Well, they might like Daredevil, like you said, just a team up type thing.
Right. There's a Peach Momoko variant coming out. We don't have a look at that one. Red blank cover. Okay. There's a Scotty Young cover that's coming out. $7 for it. Ryan Stegman, Art Germ, Daniel Warren Johnson. I could see that one being a popular one. Russell Dauterman, Terry Dodson, J. Scott Campbell. I don't know that. Here's one. Black Cat, and who is that? Is that? Oh, that's Miles Morales. Okay, we got past Batman and Daredevil, and yeah, Batman, Deadpool. So cool. Let's see what else. Spider-Man and Deadpool are coming out as well. Just gonna put Deadpool in everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Moon Knight got an Epic collection for that. It's a trade, and it looks like collects Mark Spector Moon Knight 26 through 38, and Amazing Spider-Man 353 through 358. It's a nice little run. Shout out to Flash by Night. He's a big Moon Knight fan from Alabama.
Yeah, I got to meet him at Heroes Con.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was at the art auction, so I was able to meet him at the art auction.
Yes, that's awesome.
He was only able to come up, I think, one day for the con.
Okay.
So he drove up, was there that day, and I think that night, and then he drove back. So the art auction was the second night that night. So we only stayed like that day, that night. I think he had to drive back the next day. So
That's a drive. Dadgummit.
yeah.
Bump that noise. One World Under Doom. We got another retro mask. That'd be cool. Surely that's a Doom mask.
Have you been reading One World Under Doom?
No.
I haven't either.
No. All I've been reading is the Iron Man tie-ins, and that's just because I bought them, and so I'm going to read them. What do you feel about this Iron Man volume right now that's out?
I don't like it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't
either. I don't either, and I hate this sword that he has. It's stupid.
Oh yes. I can't stand him.
Well, and then they threw a curveball on the last issue that I read where he has the Silver Centurion armor, and he's like, oh, this is the only one that was offline. It wasn't affected. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look at this. Simone Bianchi. Top 5 for me. Top 5. Check that out. Wow. I love it. Love it. He didn't get enough credit. Doom.
Oh, do you have the speaking of Doom, do you have the Iron Man Legacy of Doom?
Iron Man Legacy of
Ron
Doom.
Lim?
Oh, I have 2 of the 4 issues of that.
Yeah. We're asking about what I read. I just got through reading that too, because that was sent to me by Richard Westfall as an AOK.
Oh, nice.
And I read that. I didn't realize that tied into Iron Man 150.
Yeah.
From that. And so that was interesting. I enjoyed that.
Now, is that the one where they like go back in time and get stuck in time?
No. Well, yeah, that's the one where in 150 that him and Doom go back in time to the Arthurian time period.
Yeah.
And then they come back, but Doom says, well, you've kind of, you've messed up my plans here, and I will extract my vengeance at some point in time. And that's what the Legacy of Doom part is. It's him coming back and making good on that promise.
Okay.
So, and it fits in and it's kind of neat that it fits in that he doesn't remember it, but he's decommissioning old armors, and there's data chips in the armor, and he's like, what, starts reviewing some of the stuff. He's like, when did this happen? I don't remember this happening. And so it takes place when he had the Extremis armor. So he's decommissioning a lot of the old armors. So,
okay.
So he's in the neoclassic armor. So
Got
it takes
you.
place back then, but it's really written during the Extremis period.
Okay. I read one of those stories. I don't remember if it was 149 and 150. I don't remember if it was the actual Legacy of Doom. I feel like it is the Legacy of Doom story that I did though. Like I have it digitally if I remember right. And I think I read that on a flight. And but like there's also like I think Mike Grail took Iron Man back in time at one point in time as well when he was doing a volume of Iron Man I know
Yeah,
some of those
there's
covers are very medieval or
yeah, there's
Renaissance.
the one where, I mean, 150s when they go back in time. And then, like you said, later on, there's the once and future king where they go forward in time, but there's a lot of medieval thing because it's, the Arthurian legends that, Excalibur and Arthur will come back when England needs him most in the future. So
Mm.
there's a future one that's got a lot of, looks like medieval type imagery on the front of it. So that may be what you're thinking of.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I haven't read it. Just I haven't gotten that far yet. So. Oh, I zoomed in too much.
Yeah,
What do you think of Dagger?
I like it.
I do too.
I'm probably gonna have to get all these.
I feel like he kind of cheated and did a little bit of a negative space here,
Yes.
but at the same time, like I don't know, like I feel like with her and her powers and stuff, it kind of works.
Hmm.
So I'm torn. I'm torn on that one, but I'm a fan of Dagger and Cloak. I think I'll be getting both of those. They're pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Have you heard about this Spider-Man 94?
No.
So back in the day, there remember the animated Spider-Man cartoon?
Hmm.
It ended on a cliffhanger of like Mary Jane, from what I understand, being lost in the web of life or whatever the case is, the Spider Verse. And like I've got friends who are like that pissed me off and scarred me as a child. And so like they're finally coming back and they're finishing the story, it looks like, but with this comic book. And I'm like, why didn't they just do a new cartoon series like they did 97? Like 97 was such a big hit. Like why wouldn't they just go ahead and finish 97 or finish 94?
Maybe this is just like you said, just a cheaper way of finishing up.
I
And there
guess.
was all those people that were interested in this. So hey, we've got something that may sell here. But people
Yeah.
want to know, left on a cliffhanger. Hey, this resolves that for all those people that want it resolved.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. 'Cause, I mean, you don't have to pay voice actors and stuff like that. Like it's just the artists and the writers and stuff then.
I've looked into voice actors for my channel because I can't stand my voice.
You've been doing this long enough. You should be over that by now. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm over it by now, but I still like, I think there's things I want to do for voices, little, like you said, little clips, little, try to do little funny segments.
Yeah.
I don't do voices, so I'm like, maybe I can get somebody else to do some voices here on some of this stuff. So
Hit me up.
okay.
I do several. I don't know that you want any of them, but I do several, so we can talk about it.
Okay.
I don't cost anything. I'm free. Star Wars. Lots of. Did you do any of the Star Wars books, Mr. Akins?
No. The only Star Wars book I'm looking for is John Byrne did a cover. I know at least one Star Wars. So I'm going after, I'll get that one. But no, I haven't been reading any of the Star Wars stuff.
Got you.
And you?
No. That's my, when it comes to spec and things like that. Here's a retro Halloween for Storm, number 12. That's a weird one. When it comes to spec and stuff like that, that's my downfall is Star Wars. Like I don't know near enough. I don't keep it. There's way too much to keep up with to do Star Wars as well. Like that's a whole entity in and of itself to just try and keep up with, and I don't have it in me to do it. So
I've always leaned more into Star Trek anyway. I've always been a Star Trek. So I would lean more into that. Like I know Nate just got doing the FOMO squad, and they were talking about things that were coming out next week.
Yeah.
Red shirts.
Yeah.
I think I want to be picking that up because I'm really interested in that. So I think I'm going to pick that up and read that. That's going to be my new thing since I'm not really picking up a lot of new titles. I think that's the new title I want to pick up and start reading because I'm just interested in it.
Got you. Dope is like super excited about that. Like I love seeing his excitement over this.
Oh,
what? That's an IDW property, isn't it?
I think it is. I think I remember seeing in the corner it says IDW.
Okay, we'll have to go check it out and see what's coming out in September, because I think Dope showed several covers that were coming out. Here's
Yeah,
a omnibus for Superior Spider-Man coming out, and there's too much for me to just rattle off what all's in this book. This may be as big as that Who's Who. Like, this is a lot.
that is a lot.
Like, let me highlight this. Let me see if I can highlight this. Like, what? Come on. That's insane. Cool cover, though. All right. Let's see. Century's getting a book. Number 1. Oh, it's an omnibus. Okay. I didn't think he had that much stuff. I guess he does. Oh, he's got a good bit. Jeez and Pete's. Look at that. Buddy boy. That's a lot. The Thing. Thor. Thor's getting Alex Ross, but it's not a timeless. Getting a retro mask for Thor as well. Thor, I guess, is restarting because this is issue 2. So he's probably restarting in August. Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Spider-Man. Are you on the Ultimate Spider-Man bandwagon?
No, I haven't been reading any of the Ultimate.
Okay.
None of it.
Me either. Oh, here's another Michael Walsh variant for Ultimate Spider-Man. That last one did really well. A lot. That was on the top 10 several times over. I think it was I can't remember if it was a ratio or not, but a lot of people liked it. So,
I mean, what does Brian LCS say about the Ultimate Spider-Man? Is he a fan or not? Because that's who I would go to. Brian, should I be reading this or should I be reading that?
Yeah. Brian seems to like it from what I understand. I've never heard him say anything bad about it. So,
I think it also fulfills that idea that Peter Parker should be with Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And actually developing and continuing the character instead of him staying in that same hard knocks type guy that can never get out of the rut,
right?
Getting anywhere. Seems like that gets him out of that, and you've got a whole new set of stories and a whole set of things that you can do. Once he's with Mary Jane, he has a family. Let's explore that and move the character along.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's what people have been wanting for a long time. So, I mean, people are even saying it was better than the was it Zeb Wells run that was going on at that point in time? Like the normal run.
Yes.
They were like, oh no, this is way better. Like it seemed like it was unanimous, because I know that Mike from Casino Comics, he's big on the Ultimate Spider-Man. He seems to like it a lot better he seems to be a big Spider-Man fan.
Mm-hmm.
So. So this is an Ultimate X-Men omnibus right here. This is the cover. It's a Michael Turner cut. I feel like Michael Turner is the Tupac of cover artists. Like there's just more and more covers that just keep coming out. Like after his, unfortunate passing. Like I feel like he's the Tupac of cover artists.
I'm sure if you hear from speaking with some of these artists now that I've actually spoken with them, apparently they got piles and piles of stuff that they've done in the past that they can use. Old School Rogue. Another shout out to Nate. He said something about like if they did a swimsuit edition with Old School Rogue, he'd be all over that. It's not a swimsuit, but hey, it's Old School Rogue. It's Old School Rogue. And it's on an X-Men book on top of that. Uncanny X-Men. Like, there we go. Okay. This is it right now. It's like he understood the assignment then. Let's see. We got a comment from Bottom Tier. He says, I definitely do Ultimate Universe omnibuses. No interest at all in collecting that stuff in singles. Same. I've gotten to where I've been doing more omnibus lately because only of stuff that's like I found amazing to read.
Like the floppies themselves don't necessarily hold any value. But if they have like a hardback omnibus, then I'll go get that because like the story, like the Doctor Jed McKay Doctor Strange, we were talking about that earlier. There's an omnibus coming out next in September. I've already pre-ordered it, and I'll get rid of all my floppies as soon as that one comes because like none of the single issues really hold any value.
Mm-hmm.
But that story was so good that like I want to have that story in my collection, and so I feel like the omnibus is the way to go. So, do you collect any omnibus at all, or any hardbacks
Yeah,
or trades?
I haven't. The only ones I've been given. So I
Okay.
don't go out and seek them. But you're right. If you've got a storyline like this, that Ultimate Spider-Man, I would want to read. I'd probably wait for an omnibus to come out and go,
Mm,
okay, because I'm not interested in collecting the floppies.
yeah. I just and there's some things like Iron Man. I'd love to have omnibus of Iron Man, but I don't think there's a complete like run of Iron Man omnibus out there. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna collect just pieces of it. I
Mm-hmm.
have no interest in that. Like I want a full story set if I'm gonna have it.
Yes,
And I love how Irish they made Banshee here.
exactly. That's exactly what I
The,
was thinking.
this is so spot on. Like I love it. Bottom tier says, for me, I'm getting to the point where I only buy stuff that speaks to my childhood and my absolute favorite characters in singles. Everything I'll take digitally or digital or omnibus. Nice. Nice. I have gotten where I do a lot more. I've noticed I read a lot more in digital, but I also feel like I don't enjoy stories for some reason as much in digital. And I don't understand that really. Like it throws me. It's weird.
It may be, and this is something that somebody said a long time ago, that for you to truly enjoy something, it's got to invoke all the senses that it possibly can. And
Mm.
one of the strongest senses to evoke memory is smell.
Mm.
And this is it's stale. There's no smell to a digital thing. But when you pick up a comic book, it or any book
Yeah.
got a tactile and it's got a smell to it, regardless of whether it's new or old. That evokes more memory, and therefore you remember it better than when you read it like on a digital format.
Yeah, because like if you go digital, like you're taking so the paper feel on your fingers is gone. The paper smell, the acidity, whatever it is, that's gone. The even the way that like your eyes perceive it because it's all the blue light and stuff like that changes there. You don't hear pages turn. Like it takes a lot away to do digital. I haven't even thought about that. And then on top of that, you're talking about smells. Like if you're sitting there reading and your dog farts, that's going to give you a bad impression too because like it's your dog's butt whistle. Like
Exactly.
Cliff on Comics in the house. What's going on,
Yeah.
Cliff? Thanks for coming out. Well, this is new and cute. Hello, gents. Hello, Cliff.
Hello.
This is new. This is new. I don't know how cute it is, but it's new. Um, once a month. It's just a once a month deal. I'm just gonna do it once a month. But to take the place of me not doing the what is it? Collecting uncensored. Instead of me doing that twice a month because I felt like it was just too much for me to do. I figured I could do this once a month and then do the collecting uncensored the back half of the month. So and that'll be seasonal as well. So that won't start until September. Give myself a little break. Cliff, thanks for the Superman reaction. I need to see Cliff's Superman reaction. I've seen Legions. I haven't seen Cliff's. Are you going to see that this weekend, Mr. Akins?
Yes, I plan on trying to see that this weekend, and I wasn't trying. I've been trying my best not to hear any reactions
Mm.
in with any preconceived notions, whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
It always gives me some kind of preconceived notion before I go in. So I try my best not to hear any reactions. I go in cold and get my own feel for it without having any bias whatsoever from anybody
That
else.
takes work
It does. It takes a lot of work.
and willpower. Jeez, Pete's like that. Ooh, God bless you, because I don't know that I could do that.
It makes it to where I haven't been. If you've noticed, sometimes I'm not on YouTube as much. I'm like, I just can't watch YouTube because
Yeah,
Superman, Fantastic Four, Superman, Fantastic. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, let me go to something else that doesn't deal with comics, and that way I'm not. I don't have any bias or any, like I said, preconceived notions going into
yeah.
I'm going to go in completely cold.
Well, that's I applaud you on that, Mr. Akins. Jeez, I can't do it. I want to know.
Apparently, there's a dog in this Superman movie. That's the rumor I hear, and that's about it. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. No spoilers, but yes, there is a dog. Apparently, Null is coming back. So, Venom 250 features the return of Null. I could see this being a big book. I could see this being a big book. But I don't see any covers that are like sticking out. But there's also like a bunch of them that we're not seeing either. And in fact, they don't even have cover artists on them either. That's kind of like this is to be announced. To be announced. Carlos Gomez on that one. And like surely the A, it's got to be something different than just the A cover. Like, ooh, that's an $8 book. Good Lord, $8. Got an epic collection for Planet of the Symbiote coming out, trade paperback. Some Vision, Scarlet Witch, Weapon X, Mark Brooks. That's pretty cool. It looks like an homage almost.
Yes.
Wolverine walking in the snow. Logo variant. I wish they would show these because some of the logo variants, like I would like, but they don't show it. Sunfire.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that people be ordering that one. That's on a Wolverine cover. Is that fitting?
Mutant, I guess.
I guess.
Wolverine spent some time in Japan.
Yeah.
We're reaching, but we're trying.
I'm about to say you're winning me over. Actually, like you're making me feel stupid, so that's good. There's an X Factor omnibus, the original X-Men omnibus, Volume 2. Walter Simonson, man, you ate breakfast with. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 of them. Look at that. Inferno cover.
That would be the only reason to go back to Terrificon, because Walt doesn't go to a lot of the other ones anymore. That one, since he can drive in.
Yeah.
So that would be a reason to go back to Terrificon.
I probably need to like head that because that's towards like Massachusetts and all that, isn't it? Where's that at? Terrificon?
Connecticut.
Okay, yeah. I need to probably head that way at one point in time because I need to hit up Peter Laird. He owes me two signatures. I just need 2 of him from him. So I need your help, Peter Laird, on this. Warpath was by far one of my favorites, and I don't think he ever got enough play.
No.
But he was so cool when I was growing up. So cool. I loved it. Let's see what's going on here. Cliff says his reaction's on IG, so stay away from IG, Mr. Akins. And then Otaku Mike is in the house. Hey, y'all. How's everyone? What's going on, Mike? Appreciate you coming out. I'm probably going to be closing this off here in like 15 minutes or so. So I would invite you on, but I mean, I guess you're welcome to come on if you want to hang out for like 15 minutes. Anybody's welcome to come on if they want to hang out for 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to be closing it here soon. And I know we just got through all, the Marvel, but
I know we haven't got to DC yet.
Well, I wasn't too concerned with DC because like most of their stuff didn't have any pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's yeah. There's some Jim Lee stuff coming out with Batman, Gabriel Dell'Otto collecting the connecting cover. I've been getting that for the Hush Volume 2. There's an Echoes hardcover. That's the sequel, the sequel to the sequel of the Batman '89, Batman Returns stuff. I was not a fan of that at all. Yeah, there's that's why I wasn't too worried about it. Here's a Batman Harley Quinn facsimile edition, Alex Ross. I think that's cool, and I think there's a foil of this that's available as well. But I think that might have been last month when it was available, so it's probably close to the end. Yeah. See, there's just
no pictures.
nothing. So that's why I wasn't too worried about it. But we did say something. We could go look at IDW.
Okay.
IDW's got pictures. Well, they've also got this Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. The issue 1 for that, I think, just came out today. So they're at least going to issue 3 with that. Oh, there's no Storytime variant. That's sad. That's like my favorite cover is the Storytime variants. Boo. Boo. More Godzilla.
Yep.
Has Godzilla flooded the market? Look at this. Okay, hold on. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, number 2. Godzilla Here There Be Aliens, number 4. Godzilla, number 2. Like, Godzilla's like the Spider-Man or Wolverine here, Batman.
Or Deadpool. Venom.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
So who owns the IP to Godzilla?
IDW does.
So I guess they just leased it out to Marvel for those.
Yeah, I would say probably so. Like to do the crossover and DC as well. Right. So that I don't know because DC's part of Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers has the rights to do the filming. So I know IDW is like the first comic book company to have the rights to, like, the official rights from Toho Productions for Godzilla.
Okay.
So a lot of the monsters, like, actual first appearances are in the IDW runs of, like, the Godzilla stuff.
Okay. So,
like, Ghidorah and Mothra, like, all those, like, a lot of those are in the IDW run stuff. And like I know that's after Marvel had their run of Godzilla, you know, back in the 70s or something. Mm-hmm. But that's all they had the rights to were Godzilla, which is weird.
Rights to anything else?
Do what now?
I said didn't have the rights to anything else. I'm trying to think if there was
weird.
I knew they had the rights to the Shogun Warriors, and I'm trying to think if there was a matchup between those two. That was about the same time period.
Okay.
Those on the rack at the same time.
Here we go. Red shirts.
Yes.
Look at that cover, though.
I know.
If that's not a dope comics cover right there, I don't know what is. Like, look at that.
He also showed one where it was like a beam going through a guy's hand and his head. You know, like, well, you can't see it. And then he turned it the right way and it like flashed his skull. It's like, that is pretty cool too. Here's
this one.
I think they could do some really good stories with this, with going back with the old trope of the fact that somebody in a red shirt is always going to die. And so they're all red shirts. So it's almost like, well, who's going to die this issue? They could have somebody die every issue, or, you know, who's going to die at some point in time, because one of them are, you know, somebody is going to die.
So that's what the whole thing is that, like, whoever wears the red shirt's going to die, kind of like that's like
a trope from the original series. It seemed like people that died in the original series always had a red shirt. So you get these memes now of a Star Trek person in a red shirt who always dies. And then you have a stormtrooper who can't hit anybody, and it's like the, you know, the Force type situation.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that was a trope. So
Yeah.
that makes so much more sense now, knowing that, because they were talking something about that of like this could be an anthology of like just people dying, and I was like, why? Like what am I missing? Because I'm not a Trekkie,
Mhm.
so no, that's okay. That's awesome, and now I'm interested in it.
See,
And
that's the thing. I'm really interested in how they take this. It's going to be, because I'm a Trekkie to begin with. I'm like, okay, what lane are they going to go in with this? What are they going to do with it?
right,
Starship Godzilla
Starship Godzilla.
with an homage cover.
It's a Star Wars. What are we doing?
Any and everything, my friend. Any and everything.
Oh, here we go. Here's that nostalgia for a lot of people right here. Street Sharks, bottom tier. Where you at, bro? Bottom. No, I know this is up his alley right here. Where are you at?
You're still
Because
out there.
look
Bottom
at
tier.
this. We got the variants as well. What? TMNT Sunday mornings or Saturday morning adventures. There's a shredder. Oh wow, look at that. What?
Nice.
That's cool. Who did that? Michelle Bandini. I probably butchered that.
Bottom tier's now entered the chat.
Yes, Motaku Mike. That's on my pull list. Street Sharks 10 out of 10 would cover collect. There you go. Hey, right here, number one. And you better be glad that Dynamite does not have this property, by the way, because there'd be so many covers for this number one. You've only got like 4, it looks like. And one of them's a blank sketch. So that's funny. That'd be cool if this was a connecting one. I want to go back to June now. And I'm going to go to IDW and look at. See, they didn't do it for number 2 either. Those bastards. I'm telling you, that storybook variant is that's where it's at. Ugh. All right, Sonic the Hedgehog.
There's the red shirt with the guy getting.
That's what I was looking for. The whole reason I went here.
Some kind of Foley goodness in there, I think, too.
Is it Foley?
I think so. The one that seemed like the thing that he was showing, it wasn't coming up.
Well, like it was on his, if I remember right. Oh, apologies. It was on his, like his phone.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, it was on his phone.
Yeah. So, but that would be cool if this, like, the blast area was like a foil or whatever. That would be cool.
Now I got to see if Covert's even going to have these. I need to go talk to Covert and see if they have any of these.
Yeah. You won't be able to get number 1, but you got time for number 2. It has to be ordered by July 27th if you do it through My Comic Shop, and you get a discount. It's $3.24, but then you got to pay for shipping. So the state tax is like 4 cents. Like they just charged, I guess, just the state tax. Mm-hmm. So that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. So cool. Well, is there anything else you want to look at, Mr. Akins? See whether anything else is coming out?
That was the other thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see if those were in that, because those were so cool, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to more than anything else.
The red shirts?
Yeah, the red shirts.
We saw that one cover. I didn't look to see if there was a B cover. I mean, let's be real. I don't know if anything could top that A cover.
B cover, I thought.
Oh, was it? Let's see. That is the A cover.
Okay.
So here is the B cover. Nowhere near as cool.
No.
We are Starfleet. Enlist today. Get your red shirt. Bottom's here. You ain't kidding, man. I might have to find an LCS again just for Street Sharks. Hey, you just hit up mycomicshop.com. Go ahead and order them ahead of time. You get a discount and everything. I'm telling you, I love them. Love them. Books always come in great shape. And I'm not even getting paid to say all this. All right, what else? I guess that's it. Because I don't know of anything else that's like exciting to see about what's like coming out. At least that we have, pictures for. So
Since DC doesn't have any pictures.
no pictures from DC. None. Well, Mr. Akins, thank you for joining me tonight. This was fun. I appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, once a month, so be on the lookout. We'll do it again next month, and if you want to come back, you're more than welcome to come on. And
Okay.
anybody that was in the chat or watching the rewind, if you want to come hang out with us and talk comic books and FOC, please come and join us. Maybe we'll get through more next time. If not, oh well. I mean, there also needs to be pictures. Like, that's helpful.
It's helpful.
Mr. Akins, what you got coming up on your channel? You got anything fun?
Friday I got the Stevie D video. He's been doing
Stevie.
the portraits.
Yeah.
So he did one of me months ago. I was one of the first people he did one. He sent it to me, and he just sent me a new one. He said, "Hey, show them off on your channel. Show them how I've progressed. Here's months ago, and here's where I'm at now."
That's cool.
And then I showed a couple books that Steve sent me. So
yeah, I just got a package from him 2 days ago.
Mhm.
And so I've been waiting to open it so I can get like my reaction of it and show it off or whatever. But yeah, he drew one of those for me, and he said he threw in an Iron Man drawing as well. So I'm excited to see like what all's in this little package. So it's pretty cool, pretty fun. Anything else?
That's it. I've got some that are in the can. I have this bad habit of starting something and not finishing it.
Same.
So I've got some that I'm working on that I want to be a 12 video series type thing. that I
Okay.
could once a month. And I've got 3 of them in the can. So hopefully I'll get those going. And then once I get those, then I can start putting those out once a month. So,
Okay.
but I'm going to try to get something out every week now on Fridays. So I've got that one coming out Friday, and I got another one in the can for next Friday. So I'm trying to get a little bit ahead
Nice.
before school starts, since I'm off. Got a little
Yeah.
time to do some things, and I've worked out some other things in real life that I can schedule some time to work on some videos and stuff. So like I said, get some in the can. It's always nice to have something in the can when you get busy one week and you can throw something up there. So
Right. Right. Yeah, I was doing good. I was doing the same thing. I was like working on stuff a week before, and it was
Mhm.
fantastic. And then I don't know what happened, and now I'm off track, and I'm like scrounging to get my video up and ready. And I'm like, what am I doing? This is retarded. I hate it.
it always happens that way. It does
Stupid.
happen that way. You get a little bit ahead, and all of a sudden, how did I get behind on this?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate
You're
you. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully y'all have a great week. Blessed
I'll
night.
see you Monday.
Yes, please
Yeah.
see me Monday. That'd be great. All right. Y'all have a good one.